Welcome to the Women's Superliga A round 11. We have the Andinxs versus the Northern Hawks. Going to the lineups today, we'll start with the Andinxs. Only 5 players in the team list, unfortunately. So they have number 23, Taina Ayarzun. They have number 17, Alexandro Castro. Number 7, Gina Jimenez. Number 5, Lucila Lopez Gibson. And number 12, Shadia El Masul. For the Northern Hawks, we have number 8, Kayla McCulloch. We have number 21 in goals, Carla Edwards. 16, Coral Buxey. Number 6, Matilda Boyle. Number 15, Georgia Coley. Number 37, Nelly Johnson. Number 26, Kaylin Belenka. Number 4, Jade Paul. Number 47, Tony Walden. And number 28, Natalie Davies. Looking at both teams today, Northern Hawks have 2 teams worth of players, while the Andinxs are struggling just a little bit with numbers. McCulloch now on the ball to Buxey. Back to McCulloch. Paul now on the ball. Come back from injury. I think this is a first A game in quite a while. Poor passer from McCulloch to Boyle. Bit of miscommunication, and it will be Andinxs ball. McCulloch to Paul. To Boyle. To McCulloch. Good reception there by Marcel. And it'll be a side ball for McCulloch. Boyle with a hard pass to Paul, and the ball goes out for a side ball. Utilising the 5 minutes quite well there. In a game like this, where one team has multiple subs, another team does not, the Andinxs need to be patient with what they do. Turnover there, the ball wasn't on the line by Jade Paul. Over the top ball there, but it goes out for a Gibbs ball. Edwards now with the ball to play to Boyle. Buxey now with the ball. Taking it herself, has a shot, and it's a goal by Buxey. You see that Buxey gets the ball all by herself, takes it. The last Andinxs defender moves out the way, which gives Buxey that space to score. It is 1-0 to the Northern Hawks. We have Coley now on for the Hawks, same as Johnson. Coley now on the ball. Coley to Johnson. Johnson to McCulloch. McCulloch trying to find Coley. Trying to chip it over to Johnson. Not a bad effort. The Andinxs lose possession with over the top ball, but then a poor touch from McCulloch sees it go out for their ball. Castro now on the ball to Marcel, intercepted by McCulloch. Plays to Coley. Buxey by herself, what she can do, has a shot. Saved by Jimenez. It'll be a corner ball. Buxey to take the corner. Referee, I think, just speaking about the 5-meter rule. Buxey trying to play it to Johnson and just goes through. Good touch there by Marcel. To Castro, great ball. What can she do? Buxy does well to get back. Cole does well to win that. Johnson with the ball, plays it to Buxy with a poor first touch. Maybe a side ball for Andinxs. Good interception then by Buxy to McCulloch, who switches the play to Coley to Johnson. Johnson to McCulloch, to Coley. Coley not still fake, but poor pass to McCulloch. Gibson playing the ball to Marcel. Oh, Edward comes out but takes out her own player in the process. Nelly Johnson just on the floor now as she's sustained an injury. Nelly Johnson coming off after that collision with Edwards. She seems to be fine. She's smiling, so that's always a good sign. Apologies, I'll have to let you go. I know you love hearing the sound of my voice, but you have Puncelli to give you critical analysis on the game.
Oh man,
as I missed that, Buxy with another goal. So you hear my voice is just a bit longer as you see that instant replay. There we go, that's 2-0 to the Northern Hawk.
thanks Betim. Kevin now here to take over the commentating duties. Just as the Hawks scored their second goal of the match against the Andinxs. So the Hawks fielding a very mixed team in terms of experience. Some young players and players across the division stepping up for the A's game against the Andinxs. Corley here on the ball now, finding Blanca, and the keeper stepping out well to put pressure on Blanca. And the ball just over the top, trying to find the pivot player for the Andinxs there. A little bit too much on that one. Blanca back into Corley. Boyle now trying to find Corley again, but a good pressure there from Gibson, and Corley pulling Gibson back. It's a bit of a professional foul. Maybe very lucky to escape the yellow card there, Georgia Corley. Free kick now for the Andinxs. Good opportunity for them. Trying to loft it into the path of Gibson, but keepers come out well. Carla Edwards and Boyle's snappy as she is, getting onto that and nearly getting the shot on target, and another foul called against the Andinxs. Good press there from Boyle on the keeper. And Cooley intercepting that one well. Boyle's going to run onto that one, and the shot, the volley from Davies. A little bit off balance, but the chance was there. Nice little lob there over the top. Cooley again intercepting though. And Boyle will calm things down for the Hawks. Belanca on the right flank. Good pressure from the Andinxs. Belanca with a nice roll to beat the player, but doesn't get past. Oyazan gets the toe poke away. It's much better from the Andinxs there with the press to get the opportunity on goal. Cooley, bit of pressure from the Andinxs, and again they'll win the ball back. Gibson keeping it in play. Oyazan now trying to find the pivot, but good pressure again by the Hawks to deny the opportunity. Cooley into Boyle, trying to find Cooley again, but Gibson nice and calm in defence. On the ball now. Little give and go with Oyazan, who keeps it in play. Castro now up to the pivot. That's a better ball. And a good little turn from El Masu. And Dinas finding their feet now. Just a loose touch there from Oyazan. But they retrieve the possession, and the ball a little bit too slow from El Masu. Cooley into Boyle, and Boyle trying to get the switch of play. Intercepted. Gibson now, little 2-on-1 for the Andinxs, and El Masu just a little bit slow to get there, trying to roll her player. And it'll just roll out for keeper's ball. So Walden stepping on the court for the first time tonight, nearly getting onto the end of that ball. Cooley into Walden, tries to play it back to Belanca, but cut out by El Masu. It's much better pressure by the Andinxs now. 10 minutes to go in the first half. Hawks still up 2-0. Oyazan back into Castro. It's the shot away. Keep his ball. And Dinas have been playing well the last 5 minutes, getting more shots on than the Hawks team. Hawks are pretty content to hold on to the ball. That ball over the top to Walden, cut out well by the keeper. Jimenez in goals. Not sure if they'll be rotating the keepers, but Jimenez quite comfortable there at the moment. And Corley will step up off for McCulloch for the Hawks. Boyle into McCulloch there. And that ball will just run through for the keeper. Castro rolling it into El Masu. Couldn't find the run of Oyazan. Belanca with a back roll. Bit of pressure from the Andinxs again, and the winner back. It's a 2-on-1 for the Andinxs. Gibson back into Oyazan. Loose touch into El Masu. And the nice little cross into the box. Gibson couldn't get onto it. Boyle intercepted and start the play for the Hawks. And Dinas unlucky there, needed to be a little bit more clinical going forwards. Boyle over the top for McCulloch, cut out well by Oyazan. And Castro will pick up the crumbs, a bit of a battle there between 4 players. Walden back to Boyle. And again, good pressure here from the Andinxs, forcing that ball back to the Andinxs. Boyle reading that ball into the pivot. Takes on Oyazan, but Oyazan defending strongly. Finding Castro now on the right flank. Castro with a neat little ball, but there wasn't a runner there. Belanca back to Boyle, continues her run. McCulloch. Boyle taking on her player in Gibson, and a good challenge by El Maso again. Bolanka recovering, and a good turn to take her on down the left flank. Again, El Maso recovering well though. She can start the counter attack for the Andinxs. Tries to take on Bolanka, falls for Oyazin, gets the shot away just wide of the goal. And again, 10 minutes now where the Hawks haven't really managed to find any shots on goal. But the Andinxs on the counter attack looking dangerous. And a timeout was called by the Andinxs just now. So we're back from the timeout. It looks like we've had a keeper change for the Andinxs. Gina Jimenez stepping out of goal now, and Tanya Oyazin going in goals. Jade Paul stepping onto the court after the timeout, showing good movement. About to receive the ball here on the right flank, touches around the keeper and just a little bit heavy on the touch. Bit of pressure now here from the Hawks after that timeout. Good challenge from Buxy, maybe unlucky to concede the free kick. So it'll be a free kick against the Hawks, I believe. Maybe a side ball. It's just a side ball in the end. Jimenez again getting pressed, and Boyle latching onto that one. Passes it into McCulloch's path. Gibson just doing enough to put her under pressure. So Oyazin will look to throw that one over. And deflects just out of play for a Hawks kick in. Boyle into Buxy. McCulloch. It's a nice flat line here from the Hawks. McCulloch trying to exploit that, and it'll just run out of play. And it'll be an Andinxs kick in. Nice lob there from Oyazin. Kayla McCulloch smart to it. Couple of headers and it'll fall for El Masu. So the lack of substitutions here for the Andinxs might end up costing them at the end of the game. They've been pressing well so far during the game, and a foul there against El Masu for the Hawks. That ball wasn't where the free kick was, so they'll have to retake that one. So McCulloch on the free kick. Just hitting the target, El Masu defending it well and heading that ball out. 3 minutes to play. As I was saying before, the Hawks with a full squad and Andinxs struggling for numbers a little bit. Still pressing high though. Buxy now in on goals. Good challenge by Oyazin, and Jimenez forcing that ball out for a kick in. Andinxs now electing to hold off a little bit. Buxy with the back roll into Paul, and Andinxs pressing after that. Loose pass. Gibson just a little bit too slow to that one. Buxy can now set up the attack for the Hawks. McCulloch into Paul, who tries the back heel, but Jimenez defending it well. And Al Masu will recover with Gibson. Castro trying to take on Buxy. Buxy winning the ball. Little 1-2 with McCulloch. Back out to Paul, who gets the shot away. Just wide of the goals. El Masu with the pressure against McCulloch, and that ball will just roll out of play. Gibson with the header. So Andinxs now, after a fairly long first half for them, maybe starting to get a little bit tired in the legs after pressing for most of the half. So the Hawks now happy to hold onto the ball and offer a bit more movement off it. McCulloch still has the ball. Good interception there by Gibson. Corley back into McCulloch on the left flank, has space to drive into, takes on Jimenez, and just runs out of court there. So Hawks again trying to play the 4-0, and Andinxs so far have defended it well. The interception there back into Oyazin's hand. Drop it to yourself. Not a pass back. A nice lob into Gibson. Corley just did enough to get there. Be a corner for the Andinxs with a minute left. Good chance here for them. Keeper has stepped up as well, and McCulloch intercepts that one. Can start the counter attack for the Hawks. The pass into Belanca though, not good enough. El Masu, good pressure here from the Hawks. Andinxs had done well to hold up onto the possession and not make any mistakes there. El Masu again trying to roll it into Gibson, who's tried that pivot position a couple of times now. The Andinxs have been unlucky not to find her on the ball now though. Jimenez touches inside and elects to just slow things down. Ball over the top. Good ball into Gibson, who does well to control it. Gibson tripled up there, and the Hawks putting enough pressure on her to force her out of play. Corley into Johnson. McCulloch. Good movement here from Belanca, and Johnson just couldn't get it to her feet. It'll be a Hawks kick in. So just 11 seconds left on the clock now. Hawks with a chance to score their third going into the halftime interval. Dummy from Belanca, shot from Corley over the top. So Yoazen will roll it into Gymnaz, and again the Hawks pressing for the last couple of seconds of this match, forcing that one out. Just 2 seconds left now. And Oyarzun will just roll it into Gymnaz, who's quite happy to see the half out. So the Hawks going into half time with a 2-0 lead.
Futsal WA has social futsal competitions 5 nights a week in Mount Lawley and West Perth. Whether you're an individual or have a group of mates who want to play, there's a junior, men's, women's or mixed competition that will suit you. Contact us to get involved in futsal, an action-packed sport and the fastest growing sport in Australia.
So we're back for the second half. The Hawks will kick us off. We've had another keeper change for the Andinxs. Looks like Oyarzun has stepped out of goals and El Masu comes into goals for them. And a nice turn there from McCulloch. Lays it off into Johnson. Back to McCulloch. Gets the shot away, blocked by Oyarzun. And the halftime team talk from the Hawks was mostly about engaging the Andinxs defenders more in playing the 4-0. There's nothing wrong with holding onto the ball, but if they're not moving the Andinxs defenders around, then they're not going to be creating too many chances. That ball fall for Gibson. Carla Edwards coming out strongly there. Got enough on the ball to get it away. on the benches to press for the Hawks. They'll win that one back in the middle of the court. McCulloch into Belanca on the left flank. Switches it well to Johnson. Nice little skill to beat her opponent, and Jimenez doing well to cover, defend, and kick it off Johnson for an Andinxs kick in. Belanca back into Davies. Good tackle there by Castro. Edwards retrieving to McCulloch. Johnson with the back heel, maybe a little bit too clever. Belanca wide to McCulloch, and again, the Hawks playing a 4-0. Good touch inside from Johnson. Davies with the switch of play, and Belanca a little bit too slow to get to the back post there. Good opportunity for the Hawks to get their third. El Masu there in goals will throw the ball over. Gibson with a good touch to bring it down. Castro with a nice little 1-2. Good challenge there by McCulloch. Brilliant tackle and a good toe poke just wide of the goal. Almost a perfect tackle from Kayla McCulloch with the foot over the ball and attacking straight away. Johnson there trying to take on Gibson. McCulloch spreads it wide for Davies. Back to McCulloch, largely the fixo for the Hawks. Oh, and that ball just running through for a keeper's ball. McCulloch will step off for Boyle for the Hawks now. And Masu again looking to go over the top for Jimenez. Cut out well by Boyle. And that ball get intercepted by Castro. Boyle just retrieving it. Hawks coach calling for patience, and Hawks again trying to force the issue. Jimenez can start the counter attack, tries to lay it back into Gibson. Edwards again out well. Johnson back into Boyle. Again, the Hawks looking to stay in a flat offensive line, and Belanca just trying to force the issue there. Bit of miscommunication there from the Andinxs. The ball will roll out of play. Belanca stepping off now for Coral Buxy. You can see here the shape for the Hawks, nice and flat, trying to draw the Andinxs defenders in. Johnson's just stepping into the pivot there, and comes to lays it into Buxy, but intercepted well by Oyazan. And well played there by Oyazan to get it to Jimenez, who just rushed it a little bit there. And again, the Andinxs looking very dangerous on the counter attack. They can spring up a surprise every now and then. Hawks have just got to be aware of it when they're going forward, that they don't all push forwards, and their passing has got to be a little bit better as well. Boyle wide into Johnson, who's got a bit of space to turn. Good challenge by Jimenez on the second go. Boyle wide to Buxy. Try to go over the top for Davies. And Davies will just step off for Cawley now for the Hawks. So the Hawks rotating their players through very regularly. Might have an impact later on in the game when the Andinxs start to tire out a little bit. So far, Andinxs have done well to hold their shape and try and make the most of an opportunity. They still got to get on the score sheet. And that ball would just deflect out for a Hawks kick. Cawley wide to Johnson. And a nice switch of play to Boyle, but the loose touch, Castro will run onto it. Boyle retrieving it well, but then getting doubled up, and a miscommunication again there from the Andinxs girls. Boyle doing well to hold onto the ball. Nice little turn and pass back into Corley. Gets the toe poke away at the back post. Intercepted by Jimenez. Walden stepping on for the first time in the second half. Corley now into Walden. Good movement here from the Hawks. And Boyle taking on her player in Castro. It's a 3-on-2 now. Tries to get the switch of play. Oyarzun cutting it off. Buxy on the follow-up and Walden off the post. Hawks unlucky not to find their third there. And Andinxs will be relieved to see the ball go out for a side ball. Jimenez back into Oyarzun. Good strength by Boyle to win it back, and Corley loose with the pass, goes out. Castro with the kick into Jimenez. Oyarzun wide, keeps it in play. A tackle against her from Corley. Keeps it in play again, and it's a 3-on-1 for the Andinxs. Couldn't quite take advantage of that one. Another good chance for the Andinxs goes begging. They've done well to overload on the counter-attack every now and then, but just need to be a little bit more clinical. And the Hawks now, with a couple of loose passes and mistakes, giving Andinxs more chances. Oyarzun gets a shot away, blocked by Boyle. Nice 1-2 with Tony Walden. Back into Boyle, gets the shot away and through the legs of the keeper. There it is, just like that. On the counter-attack for the Hawks, finding their third goal of the match. Apologies, couldn't get the instant replay working yet again. But the Hawks now up 3-0 with 12 minutes to go in the match. From a counter-attack of all things. McCulloch now on the right flank, driving through and trying to find the cross. Corley will retrieve. Walden with the touch. Tries to get it into McCulloch's path, recovered by Oyarzun. And Buxy doing well to retrieve the ball. Good pressure from the front there. Corley with a touch. And the ball sprayed across the goal by McCulloch. There's no back post runner there for the Hawks. Gibson again for the Andinxs, trying to step into the pivot role. Trying to get it from the keeper. It's getting there, but the touches are just a little bit loose. Andinxs maybe a little bit unlucky not to work off her a bit more. Good interception there by McCulloch. Nice little back roll into Walden, gets the shot away over the top. And Buxy will step off now for Davies for the Hawks. Straight away trying to press the ball. Gibson tries to flick it into the path of El Moussou, gets away with it. Down the left flank and Walden with the interception. Nice strong challenge by Corley. And Andinxs putting a bit more pressure on now. But the Hawks staying calm under the pressure. McCulloch and Walden. McCulloch there with a loose touch. Oyarzun getting the shot away and a good save by Edwards, who's always on her toes. Good little roll there from Corley down the line, gets the shot away and well caught by Jimenez. And McCulloch will retrieve that one for the Hawks. Corley on the line, they'll do a rolling sub here. Corley off for Jade Paul. Walden into McCulloch, who turns and just doesn't find Paul on the run down the flank. And the Andinxs will call their second timeout of the match. So back from the timeout now. Jimenez again stepping into goals for the Andinxs. Nice ball into Gibson and a good touch back to Oyazan. Wide to Castro. And good possession here from the Andinxs. Maybe they can work something out of it. Castro, the shot, and Edwards behind it. Edwards trying to go over the top for Walden. Cut out well by El Masu. She's done that a couple of times this match now. Good tackle by Davies though, and El Masu again in the defence for the Andinxs, and that is definitely a back pass from the Andinxs girls. So it'll be an indirect free kick for the Hawks. Just about on a 45-degree angle. And let's see what the Hawks can come up with here from the free kick. Maybe a set-piece routine. It's McCulloch on the ball. Looks like Davies at the back post. Walden and Tony assisting rather. Gets the shot away but well over the goal. Castro into Gibson on the right flank. Good pressure from Paul. Be an Andinxs kick.
Good, Tony. Well done.
And again, a good ball into Gibson. This time gets the touch right. Oyazan will recover. Just a bit too much though for the Andinxs. Here we go though, Oyazan starting the counter-attack for the Andinxs. 4-on-3, Castro on the right flank. Gets it across to Gibson. Couldn't adjust her feet well enough though for the shot.
Just pass it around, just 4-on-3 there. Pass it around.
And again, we see just the Hawks happy to move the ball around in their defensive third. Andinxs not pressing too much. Hawks don't really have to go forwards or force the issue, as they are 3 goals up to nil. Walden gets the opportunity now to find Davies on the right flank. Good tracking back from Gibson, and the shot deflects off her. Just forced to clear the ball there. Jade Paul now. Nice little back roll into McCulloch. And the ref has just paid advantage there. A little parallel from Walden doesn't come off. Gibson into Oyarzun. Nice little 1-2. Trying to take it around McCulloch. And there it is, a rolling foul against Andinxs, possibly. Ball just falls for Gibson there on the turn. Again, Edwards, smart to it. She hasn't had too much to do so far in the game, but nice and alert there on that shot. Paul into McCulloch, trying to find Walden there, and El Masu getting across, not for the first time. Paul with the shot from halfway, well over the top, stabbing at the ball there. And Walden will cut that one out for the Hawks. McCulloch now starting the attack. Nice little ball into Walden, trying to pass it into the corner. Just wide of goal. Good vision there from McCulloch to find Walden. El Masu over the top, trying to find the run of Castro. The ball run through, and Edwards just booting that one downfield. Down court, rather. Castro just running out of court there. And again, Edwards a little bit erratic there with the clearances. Just getting lucky that the Andinxs haven't cut that one out yet. Gibson with a beautiful tackle there on Belanca. Belanca doing well though, good strength. And that ball will just roll through for Edwards and goals. Let's be a little break and play here as we check on Oyarzun for the Andinxs. Believe she's just won the free kick. Seems to be okay. Yeah, so there's a free kick for the Andinxs. Oyarzun to take, tries to get the ball over the top for Amasu. Boyle with a neat interception. Good pass into Corley, and Oyarzun doing enough to force her out. Jimenez now in goals, taking her time. All of the 4 seconds. Good interception by Belanca, gets the shot away on the turn. Wide of goal. El Masu now brings it down well. And that'll be a Hawks ball. Good pressure there from Gibson to cut that out. Finds Oyarzun's run, and Belanca just getting across in time. Edwards again rushing things just a little bit there. Andinxs just toe poking that one into Corley with the snapshot. Jimenez just getting across in time to stop it from going in for the Hawks' fourth. And it's a 4-on-3 here for the Hawks. You might have heard that from the coach. Farrell, that ball just rolled through to Jimenez though. And Oyarzun again, very smart to win the ball, win the free kick rather, against Buxy. So another Andinxs free kick here. Castro. Good pressure from Corley, forcing Castro to kick it out rather. So Boyle into Blanca. Tries to find Corley with a no-look pass, but it's just a little bit late, and that's a free kick for Hawks. Castro just a bit late on Corley. So Hawks free kick right in front of goal, 10 metres out.
Let her run over the ball a couple of seconds then. Let her get all the way to the goal. Matilda, right there.
So it's Blanca and Corley over the free kick.
Let her get there, Georgia.
Blanca stepping over, and Corley with the shot against the player. Oyarzun again trying to go over the top for El Masu. Corley just about holding in possession. Good strength there from Corley. Matilda Boyle now on the left flank trying to cross it back into Buxy, who finds her third for the match. That's the hat trick for Coral Buxy. And it's 4-0 now for the Hawks. After good strength from Georgia Corley to win the ball in the middle of the court. And a good run continued by Buxy to find herself open in the D. So the Hawks now 4-0 with just about 1 minute left to play in the second half as Blanca goes in on goals and fires well wide of goal. Blanca again setting for the shot off Castro. Goes out for a corner. That's very nearly a neatly worked corner. Boyle with a good cut off there. Corley into Blanca. Maybe this is the chance for her, and just fires well wide of goal again. Blanca with 3 quick shots, and she'll come off after that. Johnson will step on. Boyle again cutting that pass out with her head. Johnson now for the Hawks against Castro. Does well to hold onto the ball, comes inside, tries to find Kayla McCulloch on the right flank. Well cut out there by Castro. El Masu under pressure. Does well to hold onto the ball. And Hawks retrieving it there. Boyle comes inside the court. Good tackle again by El Masu, who's done well this match defensively. Corley with a pass towards the goal. McCulloch will retrieve it and fires it straight into Oyarzun, who will start the counter-attack for the Andinxs. Gets tackled though, and Boyle in the last second just runs out of time, and the game finishes 4-0 in the Hawks' favour. Coral Buxy with a hat-trick, 2 goals in the first half, 1 goal in the second, and Matilda Boyle with the 4th. And we hope you join us for the final match of the night. Will be the Hawks against the Cobras in a bit of a derby. We'll see you soon.